Welcome to Codeweaver Plays Games. And seeing as my audio already appears to be working, we're just going to switch right over to the other headphones. Yes, we're going to do a little bit more Mass Effect Legendary, Mass Effect 1 in particular, because as I keep saying at the start of this particular series, I had never played Mass Effect 1 before. I started my career in Mass Effect at number 2, and went all the way through at number 4, and I enjoyed them all. Yes, I said it. Don't care if you try to prove me wrong. Yeah, let's just go straight on into gaming. Yes. All right, so hopefully this all shows up on the stream correctly. Do one more audio check just as I'm sitting here. Yep, I appear to be getting the music, and I presume all the other game audio is just fine. So, go back to my normal headphones, and yeah, let's just have a little fun with this thing. So, what I've been doing the last little while is cleaning up a lot of the secondary missions because I want to make sure that I have good resources for the tasks ahead. I don't know how to finish that statement. So, I don't precisely remember where we are. I think we finished this particular one. But I'm not sure, so let's go take a quick pop down. It's not going to take us very long. But I'm going to examine all of the planets in this cluster, just in case there are quests that are related to it. Sure, we'll take Garrison Tali, except squad. We're just popping down for a quick look. Got a little bit of liquid here. Sadly, no munchies, but that's alright. So, let's take a look. No, apparently not. I am not entirely sure what quest this is related to, but we're going to find out pretty shortly. So, let's try setting up... where am I going to go? I think I will go this way first. So let's go south. And then across to here. So go up over this lip. And then across. Oh, and look, there's some resources. So, clearly a good choice to get back on the road. I'd like to get back into the main story, it's true. But unfortunately, I'm one of these people who does... While I don't want to necessarily be completionist, because that's just a little bit too much work in a lot of cases for the reward, I like being moderately thorough. And the unfortunate consequence of that is, let's see if I can find these resources up here, that it will take me a bit to get back to the main story, but that's okay. Because when I do go into the main story, it will be a nice clean run with lots of resources and lots of gear. And can I just get this from, I can't get this from inside here, so I have to hop out, that's fine. That is totally fine, so. Survey the mineral, but we will try to make these secondary missions as quick as possible, especially if they don't directly involve some sort of interesting, exciting moments for the rest of you. Okay, caught up on Geo a bit here. That's weird, but alright. So we're just going to head across. I have the boundary to the universe not far off to my left there, so... I'm going to give that a somewhat wide berth. Now, directly off to my right is this big open plain here, which I will be crossing momentarily. And in fact, I don't need to go too much further off in this direction. But, seeing as I did just find that packet of resources kind of close to the border, does justify a little bit of that kind of thing. In fact, there's some more resources. Look at that, how close to the border that is. I just have to be able to see it, though, in order to divert my efforts over to it. So, where are we here? I think that's it right here, actually. Yes. Survey the mineral. Got some magnesium, that's nice. Alright, Now we're going to quickly pop over to about there, but then of course we're going to come back across to here. And maybe I'll come in a little bit because I'm awfully close to the border, and since I can't go over to the border, it's kind of wasted search area. So, trying to be efficient. It's probably why I wouldn't make a terribly good full-time game YouTuber. Because, or Twitcher, whatever. Pick your service. Whatever. Alright, so. Ooh, that's a hell of a ridge that I can't climb up. Okay. And now we're back into the thick of my little game of can I take this vehicle into places it was probably never well. Oh hell, take a look at that. There is actually material up there. Good grief, this map has been really good for the extra resources. But they have been in really obscure places. Of course, that does then make me ask the very obvious question. Have I missed resources of some of the other planets I've been to because I haven't been quite this pedantic about getting into the corners? Come on. But I'm not going to go back and check. I mean, not unless I happen to have a quest that takes me back to the planets in question. I do have my limits. Alright, whoa, whoa. Come on. Where are you hiding? You are really out in a corner here. Alright, well, going down. Elevator says heading down. Oh, there it is. Oh, beryllium. Semi. Oh, God. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, so now we are definitely cutting back across to here. Did I get everything I thought I could get? Yeah, alright, so up and come on. Come on. There we go. So I gotta work my way back up this mountain. Just try to be a little bit more efficient about it. Do a little bit of zigzagging here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't lose ground, thank you. I've just got to say, I have to be going through an outrageous number of tires. The vulcanized rubber budget for my team here is going to be absolutely colossal. Alright. Racing on down the... what the heck? Oh, okay. Alright. Save the game because save now, save often. Alright, so this heads into the mountain. Like a lot of these.
The signal's coming from a mine?
Suspicious.
I agree. The probe did not crash. Someone moved it here.
Alright.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Affirmative.
Okay, this is the mission where an old probe that had a nuke on board has been like a really old probe from one of the ancient wars in this story has gone missing, but kind of turned up in a location in the solar system that is not supposed to, and we want to make sure that nobody gets hurt by it, which is fine. So let's go and sort this out. I have my favorite two companions coming with me, so that's good. This is where things will get exciting, I'm sure, in a blind hurry. Alright. Alright. Definitely some repetition of layout of some of these places. But you know what? Mass Effect 1, they did a pretty good job at making good use of limited assets to create a very big world. So that's okay with me, actually. Wow. Kind of expected more upfront resistance. Not even any interesting resources of which I am immediately aware. Alright. Okay, so our map says we can't go down this passage because the door's shut. Kinda... No way to get through that? I guess not. Alright. Whoa.
That was a detonator, Commander.
Shepard, at last.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? Who the heck are you?
You have me at a disadvantage.
My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
I actually don't know.
I don't study the internal politics of pirate bands.
The strongest leads? The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You attacked Elysium.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
Alright. Somebody's cocky.
My crew will come for me.
Let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
Alright. You know what? Not really willing to negotiate with this guy.
We'll find a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
Alright, no
We've
panic.
got air and light and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. Well, okay. So, save now, save often, but let's go do this thing. No, we're gonna manually disable the hard point. Alright. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. One try. Alright, good thing I saved. Alright, I gotta be a little bit more careful with this then. Got one hard point. Let's do another one. It's gonna be a little tense because... There we go, found a gap. What the... Oh, that's interesting. Oh God. No, out of my way. Jeez, get out of my way. Alright. Gods. Really We do not have enough time here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Find me a gap. Whew, probably didn't have enough time left over on that. Whew, alrighty then. Exciting for loose definitions of exciting. Let's get out of here. Alright. Oh, and now the other path is open, so that's okay. Let's go look at that. Hopefully I haven't missed too many of those. They're a little tricky to spot. Okay. Get back to the vehicle, but it should just be on the other side of the mountain here. I'm hoping. Alright, go, go, go. Yeah, it's just gotta be on the other side over here somewhere. Oh, hello, though. Oh. No, it's here. Okay. Ah, okay. That's exciting.
Finally, some action.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be the new crisis, which is that I got to deal with these guys, but I have no sort of cover immediately available. All right, that's fine. Let's. Grab that as I did before. Exit. Alright. So, I'm here. I want to get to here. So how did this work out? That's debris. That's the homing beacon. So I went in here and came out. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I came in here. What's my vehicle doing over? I don't know. I've gotten turned around somehow. This seems odd to me. That's alright. You know what I'm going to do, though? Makes more sense for me to get back into my vehicle to deal with that many characters, because I don't, or that many enemies, because I don't really have something to hide behind out here. All right. ridiculous dodge. I'm not aiming very well in all of this either. And of course not providing a lot of really great colorful commentary. However, this guy's got himself off to the side here, so it's just... Oh, that's not a person, that's just a chunk of debris. Elliot went through a lot of trouble to draw you here. Pity it ended like this, for him at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has reestablished contact with the Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. Actually, no. Time to find out if there's any resources anywhere in all of this rubble. Probably not, but... No, doesn't look like there's anything of terrible importance here. So, that's the mercenary camp, but I don't know what that debris is, so we're going to haul butt over to the debris, then we'll come back and check out this anomaly here. So, go do the thing. Done. That must be the exit I came out. But this is actually the debris I wanted to check out. So, let's do a manual bypass on that and get into the interesting goodies here. Yeah, grab those. Pop back into the vehicle. Now we're headed over to here, and then we're gonna come back around through here, and then we'll probably just close the loop and we'll be done. Oh, she's looking for additional resources. Fishtail my way up to the top here. Oh, hello. Interesting. Alright, let's recover the artifact. Terrain insignia. This body is a long way from anything. It appears to have been here for quite some time, and the body is a book of drawings, including one of the Siglar outpost insignia. Alright. We know we are on the hunt for insignia, and that's fine. So having done that, we're going to book it down into this corner, I think. Oh, and there is another anomaly over here hidden. Alright. Is that the insignia? No, it's this guy here. Brushing away the carbonization on the door of the contragravity speeder, you see the Nizo brand name. Judging from the charring, the wreckage has been here since the star's last variable peak. The corpse is wearing the remains of an expensive suit and what appears to be melted antique aviator goggles. Okay, slight weirdness, but... Come on, get in. Thank you. Right. So we're going to continue along our merry way. nothing in there, and I believe we've more or less closed the loop on this. I'll just head right into the mountains here, and in case there's anything sort of up high. Pretty sure we're good. Yeah, alright, so, oh, hello. Yeah, and that was the first surveyed deposit. So back up to the Normandy. Let's get on with the quick investigation of the solar system so that we can start knocking out a few more of these side missions. So zoom out from that. We're going to go up to Dernusa. Dernusa is an enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars, arid and a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-scoured deserts of iron-laden silicate dust. Dernusa's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but its planet's mass is great enough that measurable amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped in its atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it's collected nearly a dozen small satellites. Most captured asteroids. Its surface is scarred by many large impact craters, marking the final resting place of other captured asteroids. Fair enough. Moving out again. Synedma is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It is considerably less dense than its neighbor Dernusa and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron-laden silicates with deposits of sulfur. But let's do a survey, and we got a small deposit of polonium, so that's good. More resources for our efforts. Cybin, a small and cannot talk today. A small rock and ice planet, Cybin has an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen sulfide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of iron. Cybin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Cybin was a more geologically active world in the distant past. Survey that as well, and we got a new planetary insignia. While scanning the planet Cybin, you discovered a large mine grid in synchronous orbit. With help from Navigator Presley, your recon team recovered a small unmanned probe marked with the Quantum Outpost insignia. Interesting. And out to Tremar. Tremar is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and nitrogen in its upper atmosphere. Concise and to the point, and we got a large concentration of nitrogen out of the deal, so that's good. Backing out of that, I realized that we have 3 different locations here. We're going to travel to the Yangtze and see if there's anything here. Trigger any quests that happen to be in here, as well as collecting resources. So, Renshado is a close-orbiting hot Jupiter with traces of sulfur. Its hydrogen-helium atmosphere. With the disruptive gravity well of the gas giant prevented any planets from forming nearby. Okay. Moving out to Binthu. Have we already done Binthu? Binthu is an atmosphere of carbon dioxide with a permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of acidic rain on its surface. Its crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of calcium. Like most worlds in the Voyager cluster, Binthu has only been charted within the last 20 years by Alliance surveyors. It has no known native ecology. Data about the world is surprisingly brief and generic, painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. I'm pretty sure we've been to Binthu, and in fact this entire system in one of our previous runs. One of our previous videos. So I'm going to quickly drop down here, but I'm reasonably sure we've already sorted this out. In case we haven't, yeah, so yeah, this is the one with the research facilities, a couple of crashed probes, a Prothean pyramid. So we've already been in here. So let's just quickly bail back out to the Normandy. That's fine. Oh well, I get to read a few descriptions more than once. That's all right. Right. So I'm reasonably sure that if we went anywhere in here, we would have exhaustively explored that area. So let's check out Columbia for the same reason. Might have been here before as well, but Clogeia is a hothouse terrestrial world with a dense atmosphere of nitrogen and sulfur dioxide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of gold. The core of Clogeia is very hot and tectonically active. Volcanic eruptions are common, and outgassing continues to add to the density of the atmosphere. The largest active volcano is a caldera nearly 100 kilometers in diameter. Its basalt floods have covered an area roughly the size of Earth's continent of Australia. Man, that's not small. A Nepheron. Alright. Nepheron is a barren volcanic terrestrial world with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of sodium with deposits of magnesium. Aside from the displays of geological beauty, including many spectacular volcanoes, this barren world is of little interest. Entries related to Nepheron in the astronomical database are sparse. Now, I don't know if we've been here before, I don't recognize the description, but I have a terrible memory, so let's pop down. Once again, just feeling like taking my favorite pair. Okay, pretty good chance I have not been here before, so we're gonna go south first. So let's just mark that on the map. Let's mark that on the map better, thank you. Go down this way first. Although I am recognizing that north there was something up here, so I gotta remember to check that out. But I could go north first. What the heck? Let's go north first since we know something's there. So go and grab these resources, then we'll do sort of a counterclockwise cycle. And this is quite the amount of range to work my way up. But that's alright, we'll make it work. There we go. That actually worked out pretty well. Come on, come on. There I go, right up and over. And there it is. Plenty of outcropping of something. Come on. Thank you. Let's survey the mineral real quick and get back out there into the exciting parts of the universe. Large deposit of thorium. Very good.
I'll follow.
Alright, so now we're going to, I suppose, no, we don't need to go right into that corner. There's no point, so we're just going to head over to here. Over the mountain, stick to the high ground, ish. I said ish there. Oh, whoa, hello. I can imagine that without inertial dampeners, you probably suffer a pretty good chance of losing your lunch when driving with me. Just saying, don't ask for rides. Up, over, thank you. Whoa, hello. It's kind of overexciting in many ways. So having played Mass Effect 2 and 3, of course, I'm always, when playing this, forming sort of a comparison, how I feel about it. Unfortunately, I haven't played 2 and 3 in quite a while. I did play them both a couple of times through completely. Absolutely love them, especially 3, because while 2 was awesome in its own right, I do like finally getting to the end of a story rather than being stuck in the middle, so there's that bias. But from the point of view of gameplay, I don't actually remember like all of the differences. I don't remember how I felt, and I may not get directly to playing 2 and 3 immediately after. There's so many other games lying around my library I haven't even cracked the cover on that would be kind of fun to share with you guys. And I've been kind of wanting to not play a lot of the new games that I have on my own, even if they're older new games. If that makes any sense. Just because I find this kind of fun. Share it. Anyway, my point being is, it is constantly a situation where I find myself, alright, we're going to go straight over to this stuff. Comparing this with my memory of the other games, the combat doesn't feel too different. I find that I get stuck on walls, and the motion feels a little bit less clean in this than the later games, but that's kind of to be expected. Like, I'm not going to hold that against it, because, you know, games get refined, and I wouldn't have expected them to overhaul that kind of thing during the Legendary Edition re-release anyway. I mean, maybe, but not necessarily. It's a little better than I expected it would be. If that makes any sense either. I think not being able to vault over... I don't know if I'd Solarian. Alright. Not being able to vault over things is a little bit annoying in this. I seem to vaguely recall being able to do that in at least 3, if not 2. And the AI seems to shoot through walls at people instead of like you getting into better positions. Like the pathfinding to get into a spot where they can actually shoot seems better in 2 and 3. Again, not really that surprising. But, oh, hello. I didn't read that. I am so sorry. Hopefully I paused long enough for some of you to read it. Wow. But I am finding, I'm a big sort of story guy. I like, okay, am I going the right direction here? Let's just set a marker. Yeah. I'm a big story guy, so if something hits my what's over the next horizon story beats, like makes me want to care about the characters and where the overarching story is going, I find it as comfortable as reading a novel. It's just very satisfying in that sense. Oh, hello. Alright. The entrance. Let's just pop out here, save the game, and go take a look. What am I up against here, do you figure? Oh, hey, whoever decided to pop into the viewer, to the chat room, or at least viewing, feel free to come say hi, or don't. That's quite alright. No obligations, I'm just playing to have fun. And share a little bit of that fun along the way. Oh, hello. That's not good. Let's just back off a second and set you guys there and there. Now let's see if any of them decide to come through.
Heading out.
Not the weapon I want. Nor that. Should probably have these hotkeyed, but I don't. Oh, whoa! Why? Oh, because they're over there. Okay. See, they're shooting into walls here, and that's irritating, because to me that should be something that they should have gotten right. They're not nearly as effective. Whoa. Hello. If they're making accurate shots, but they're just firing into walls. I suppose that you could argue that means I should place them properly, but first, definitely early generation, this kind of thing, compared to the other aspects. Oh, hello. Nope, that is a bad idea. Several things about that are not good.
They're in my
That was very nearly catastrophic, because apparently I can't fire at moving targets. I admit, I do like using sniper weapons more than any other kind of weapon, but that does not do me well when I'm in a situation. Hello. Come on, follow me in. Oh, wow! Alright. Does not do me good when I'm in close quarters combat, obviously. And I could switch weapons, but I'm not viewing this as in this playthrough anyway, I'm not viewing this as
Someone give me a hand!
okay. Barely survived that.
Regroup!
I'm mostly playing this for the story and for this sort of loose enjoyment. And I can't hit this person. Why? Because holy crap, do they ever have it because I'm using completely the wrong weapon is why. Come on. Alright, both of you get up there, please.
On shield.
And I want you two over there, please, and sort of clean up that side of the map while I am hiding behind this wall, seeing if I can pick anybody off on this side. Okay. Alright. Just do that. Alright. Time to take another run at that. Okay, I need you here, and I need you here. Okay. Come on, come on. Let's take a moment, take a breath. Let's get you there and there again. Okay. This guy in the back who keeps nailing me. I want him out of my life. And let's actually start being less stupid about this. Let's revive everyone. Let's get into assassination mode. And we'll start actually doing some serious damage. Okay. One guy over here somewhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to race over to here, and I'm going to call my crew to
Warm up.
me. You guys around at the back while him, and now you. Alright, can we save?
Perimeter clear.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Let's take a quick walk around said perimeter and see if I can find any goodies. Collecting the resources for a bigger push into the main storyline. Alright. Right, so this has got this typical sort of split corridor at the end here. Let's go to this side first. Alright. Oh, hello, lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Begin the manual override, please. Yeah, we're taking all of that. All of that. We are getting a fairly sizable haul here. And taking all of that. Booking it over here. Okay, got some Medigel. Some more armor. Some more upgrades, which I then promptly shoot for no reason. Screw that storage box in particular. Okay. Aid station. Okay. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can to your hard suit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files seem to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. But I don't seem to be able to do anything else with that computer in particular. So, okay. I guess that's it. Make our way back out and head on to the next. It does still have an exclamation mark though, and I'm wondering what that's all about. No, it's really just this. I can't do anything else with it, so alright. I really will have to spend some skill points increasing my fatigue limits on my character. I do find that runs out awfully quick. Alright, back down the corridor. Don't think there's anything else in here, so let's just head on out, shall we? Alright. So, righty-ho then. We checked out the modified Solarian. We did not get down to here. Oops. So... Alright. There's a craft of some sort in the manual bypass. Oh, come on. There we go. Take all of that. Waste not, want not. Now, I haven't been through here yet, so I'm going to make a quick trip back this direction just in case there's any resources. Probably not. Come on. Rocketing across the landscape. Alright, so enough of that. But I do want to check out over here, and that's quite a ways traveling back the other direction. Oh well, I guess there's not much I can do about that. I don't like backtracking, but... slightly shallow ridge here. Fun, strange, and unusual controls. That's just that shit that I was already at, so... Yes, 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 it was. Here we go into slightly useful territory, and yes, there are some resources back here, so some vague justification to my justification for my pedantry. If you want to look at that. Come on. There's a little brick of stuff. Come on, let me out. Thank you.
Now it gets fun.
weird thing for Tally to say, but alright. Alright, and then I guess a quick trip back up here just to prove that we've done the full cycle. I don't anticipate there's anything else in here. Try to find a reasonably swift way through this maze. Oh, hello. Alright, I guess there might very well be a thing we haven't visited yet. Let's go take a look. Come on.
Secure
Alright.
point.
Oh, I will grab the platinum deposit. Alright. Hey, depositive. Okay, so that's effectively it. Let's book it back up to the Normandy. Yes, please. No, waste not, want not, but let's get on with it already. Alright.
Transmission coming in, Commander.
Oh, hello.
I think you're gonna want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Alright, what's your name?
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you
Okay.
have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
Well, okay.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster.
Kind of failing to see how this has anything to
That
do
was
with
all we were
me.
able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't know
That
any
is technically
royalty.
true.
The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands.
I don't have a whole lot of
Might
love
as
for
well be
Cerberus.
you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
But why do you want them?
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
Nah, I don't really trust
My
this guy.
loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Don't know how I feel about that. I don't. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it where it is. That's fine. So we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go to Ontahater. Ontahater is an unusually large ice world with a core of silicate rock and light metals and a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is mainly composed of water ice. Ontahater's ice sheets show obvious signs of large-scale fracturing and refreezing, centered on a massive crater near the South Pole. A recent extranet meme suggests that a Prothean ship crashed through the crust of the planet before the collapse of their empire and might still be recovered from the planetary core. This is purportedly the source of the planet's unusually high mass. Careful mapping of Antahader's gravity field by orbiting satellites have proved that the planetary core is entirely normal. Very much a Loch Ness kind of thing, I think. Anyway, survey. Rare element surveyed. While scanning this planet, you detected a deposit of samarium. Alright, so moving along to... where's the outermost? There we go. Gromar is a rocky terrestrial world with trace atmosphere, krypton, and xenon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of copper with deposits of calcium. Prior to the Alliance's expansion into the Voyager cluster, Gromar hosted one half of a Turian interferometric telescope array. Connected with similar telescopes in the Attican Beta cluster by an expensive chain of FTL convoys, the two functioned as a single virtual lens with an effective aperture equal to thousands of light years between them. The Turians used this to chart the terminus systems with great accuracy. Well, that's more or less what we do with long baseline telescopes here on Earth, is just stellar size. That's kind of awesome. Medallion recovered. Scans of the planet Gromar revealed a derelict space station in late stages of orbital decay. A small team was able to recover some items of interest, among them a League of One medallion. Alright, so we've effectively exhausted this particular cluster. So what we're now going to do is we're actually going to, aside from save the game, go back to our journal, go into the assignments, and see what is next in the possible list of assignments. Files from an encrypted Geth terminal indicate that the Geth may be amassing a large fighting force in the Armstrong cluster. If true, this could be the precursor to a full-on war with Geth. We need to go to the Armstrong Nebula cluster to investigate what the Geth are up to. Alright, well, let's just go top down here. Armstrong Nebula it is. Yeah, zoom out, please. Armstrong Nebula cluster. That's down here somewhere. Come on. Or not. Or I do not know what I'm talking about. Here it is, Armstrong Nebula.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skillian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
What else you got?
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
Or worse.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard.
Alright, I'm on it.
Finding Saren is still your top priority. But you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Okay. Let's start in Gagarin. And a Junthor. Alright, Junthor is a large terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide and chlorine. The surface is mainly composed of aluminum with deposits of nickel. Surveyors found the ruins of a technical civilization near the equator, evidently the colony of an ancient spacefaring race. The ruins had subsided to almost nothing, merely wind-hollowed husks of arcologies and other megastructures. In the center of the ruins was a single column whose inscriptions defied translation for several centuries. When Asari linguists finally managed a translation, the elaborate relief carving said merely, "Walk amongst these works and know our greatness." The crude scratches on the base of the reverse side said, "Monsters from the id." Time to survey. Matriarch's writings discovered. Scans revealed a wrecked freighter orbiting one of Junthor's smaller moons. A recon team found no signs of life, but they still did recover one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Nice, okay. Moving along and outwards, we are going to Prussia. Prussia is a relatively small hydrogen-helium gas giant with large amounts of hydrocarbons in the middle layers of the atmosphere. When the Krogan rebellions ended 3 millennia ago, the Turian chief of naval operations, a distinguished soldier named Mercury, declared his immediate retirement. He disappeared into what was then uncharted territory. It was only 200 years later that a ship was found on the surface of Precious' largest moon. It had landed gently and been deliberately shut down. Of Admiral Mercury, however, no trace was ever found. Alright. Moving on out again. Ryangri. Ryangri is a small, barren terrestrial world. While it possesses a reasonably temperate climate and a number of useful resources, no mining corporation is willing to risk investment. A rogue planetoid, dubbed VOTS by the initial Solarian surveyor team, entered the system approximately 10,000 years ago and was trapped in a decaying orbit around Ryangri. It is nearing the end of its slow spiral inwards. Earthquakes and cyclonic windstorms are increasingly common on Ryangri. Within a few hundred years, the planets will rip each other apart. Some Asari travel consortiums have already announced sponsorship of cruises to observe the spectacle. That it would be a spectacle. But let's go take a look. Quickly checking Discord to see if anything is up in my typical Discord space. Interesting, alright. Alright, I may have a thing I need to go to based on what I see in Discord, but that's alright. Let's quickly pop our nose down until I get confirmation, and we'll see whether or not I have to migrate off to separate things. Alright, so what's on the list here? So we landed, where are we here? So probably the things of most interest are here and here. There's another set of debris over here, so let's just arbitrarily go into that corner. What in the hell was that? Well, we do have some resources over here. That was an odd sound, like something skittering overhead or something. Okay, the game does occasionally have a few surprises. That's alright. I'm into it. Alright. Surveyed large deposit of titanium. I'll take it. Moving along. How far are we from that corner? We're not far, but let's take a slightly tangential approach to this. Oh, that's a bit more tangential than I would have liked. And down in the crater, where I ended way backwards. That's not brilliant. Ugh. That was feeble. That was beyond feeble. Alright. So where am I actually going here? So we want to go about here. Then I think I want to do something like, I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there. What I try to do is a little backtrack because I want also doing coverage and not boring everyone to tears. Not that anybody's watching, just but that's okay. I'm doing this for my own sake and not for anybody else's. Mostly. Here's our target. Come on. In manual bypass. Bypass succeeded. Take everything. Hop back in, please. Thank you. Let's go down here and come back up this side, and then maybe I'll do some sort of a zigzag thing to finish off. That is a really quite a lovely vista. Up at, presumably way up there. Okay. A bit of a fight to get up there, but that's not working. There we go. Whoa! And all the way back down. Because really bad angle on that ascent. Great. Alright. Let's see if we can't go up to the side of this ridge. Valley here. Where are we? It is. Oh well. You have a fairly loose definition on what level terrain is. Stop screwing around with me. Alright. Survey the mission. That was terrible. Let's do that again. Large deposit of thorium. Alright. Alright, so that's fine. Now we're going to go over here. Yeah, we're going to come south and then across there. Across to basically there. Whoops, wrong way. Lots and lots of driving. Got a few things on up and coming here. Now, where's the edge of the map? There it is, so don't need to worry about that. Now we're just going to head up, and oh, hello, right over here. An artifact. Medallion recovered. The down pod contained a League of One medallion. Its owner is nowhere to be found. How unfortunate. Alright. So we're gonna head up. Roughly. Know what I mean? Hello. I think this probably looks like gold. What? Oh, polonium. Rare element surveyed. You successfully surveyed a small deposit of polonium. That's fine. More rare metals. Never hurt anyone. Several reasons why that statement is ridiculous, but anyway. Might be able to get this planet surveyed before I have to bail. Okay, I want to go straight over to this. What in the name of all that is holy is this? These are markers, and definitely a path upward. Alright. Most curious. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I am being beckoned elsewhere this evening, so this is a good place to halt it before we enter the Geth enclave here. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know it's a shorter one, but I got started late, and I have other places to be, unfortunately. So, thank you so much for joining me. This is Codeweaver Plays Games, and I will see you in the next stream.